What's good, everybody? I'm Danny D'Lo, and this is Danny D'Lo Biker TV. In this episode, we're going to talk about what I fully expected to see after I posted the I Am God 1%er video. I knew somebody was going to say it. I knew it. There was no doubt in my mind somebody was going to say this, and I fully expected it, and that's why I couldn't wait to do this video. It's a free country. This is America. I'll do whatever I want. I don't need to ask nobody nothing. We're going to talk about that, as always, right after this. What's good, everybody? Once again, I'm Danny D'Lo, and this is Danny D'Lo Biker TV. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, hit that alert, comment, share, all that good stuff. So, it's a free country. This is America. We'll do whatever we want. I ain't gotta ask nobody no permission. I have my rights. And you know what? You're absolutely correct. This is America. This is allegedly a free country. I'm not gonna get into why I say it's allegedly, but that's a whole nother video on its own. You're absolutely correct, though. This is a free country, and you're free to do whatever it is you want to do. But something I need you all to realize that feel that way. You're also free to suffer the repercussions of your actions. So now, don't get it twisted, y'all. Yes, I feel that patch policing, I feel that the 1%er world as a whole has definitely changed in a lot of bad ways. I do feel that, you know what, it shouldn't be that big of a deal if somebody's going to start a MC or you know, run patches or whatever. Like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It truly shouldn't. Claiming territory or whatever, you know, putting a state rocker. I really truly feel it shouldn't be that big of a deal, only because the 1% world is not doing what they did 50 years ago. All right, they're not running running illegal things. They're not doing all that stuff like they used to. All right, it's a whole nother world. It's a whole nother generation. It's a whole nother lifestyle now. All right, so there's no need to claim all that. But that being said, even though I feel that way, does not mean that I think you should just be able to run amok and do whatever the hell you want. I mean, there's still got to be somewhat of a pecking order. All right, because you got to remember something. The guys that are wearing these patches, a lot of them, they never earned it. They never earned the right to, you know, not that they didn't earn it. Excuse me, no disrespect. They didn't earn the right to tell you what to do. But that club, the colors, the patch, the history behind that patch definitely earned some respect. They earned the right to do certain things. Now, I'm not saying because it's a 1% club or because it's it's a legitimate MC from, 50, 60, 70 years ago, whatever. I'm not saying that gives them the right to tell you what to do and push you around and bully you and all that crap. Now, that I'm not saying, but there is a level of respect that club name has earned. So you guys got to remember where the 1%er term came from. It came from way back in the day at Hollister, but Hollister is where it actually blew up. But it started at Hollister, and it was the AMA that had all these rules, regulations, and BS. And certain clubs said, screw this, we're going to do whatever the hell it is we want to do. We're not abiding by your rules. We're going to set our own rules, and we're going to do whatever it is we want to do. We ain't asking shit. As it should be. Okay, but what you don't realize is that club fought their way through all the problems and trials and tribulations after said, we're going to do whatever we want. So that club earned a certain level of respect. You know what I'm saying? So they shouldn't patch police you. They shouldn't tell you what to do and all that, but they did earn that level of respect. Like when I tell you guys, take your shades off, take your gloves off, approach them with no hands in your pocket, shake their hand like a man, introduce yourself. That's just a sign of respect. And that's something that I think is really lost in the MC world and in the biker community as a whole. It really truly is lost. You know, the whole point of taking your glasses off, you want to look a man in his eyes. That's called respect. You look a man in his eyes when you talk to him. You don't do this stuff. You don't look at the ground. You don't look around. You don't do any of that. It's just, that's mainly what it's all about. It's about respect. When people talk about protocol, people got protocol really confused, especially nowadays. And this goes all across the board. Excuse me. You know, protocol, proper protocol, there's so many rules and regs to it now that it's gotten a bit ridiculous. But the whole protocol thing is, back in the day, when you were going to start a motorcycle club, it was just called being respectful. You called the club in your local area and all the clubs in your local area. You went and introduced yourselves. You set up meetings to talk to these people and let them know what you were doing. That's all it was. It wasn't saying, hey, you know, how do I go about seeing if I can get a blessing to start my MC? No, it wasn't really like that at all. Maybe some cases. I could stand corrected on that. I will self-admit. Some of you older brothers may know more than I do on that aspect. So if you do, drop a comment. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that part. I appreciate you. But for the most part, you would call, let everybody know. I mean, let's be honest, back then it probably wasn't call. You would go to the clubhouse, you'd introduce yourself, let them know, you know, that you're around, whatever, and you'd hang out, party, have a good time. You know, now it's a whole nother story. So like I'm saying, it's not about asking permission, but at the same time nowadays, it does have more of a permission vibe. Let's just say it like that, right? So you guys that say, this is a free country, I'll do whatever I want to do, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do, shit. Well, that's cool. But one thing I want to explain to you guys that feel that way and that think you're tough enough to take a whole club on. I know for a fact, because I've been through it myself, you have no idea the feeling that comes before your body when a dominant club pulls up to a bar, maybe a gas station, might even be your house. You have no idea what it feels like when those dudes pull up, get off their bikes, and there's 15, 20 of them, and they walk up to you and they start letting you know what you're gonna do and what you ain't gonna do. Now, you could sit on your couch, you could sit in your garage, you could sit in your studio right here like me and talk all this stuff about what you would do. Well, if they come on my property, I'll give them the business. I'll fight them. I don't care. I ain't scared of nobody. Well, I'll call the police, because that seems to be something that a lot of guys want to do nowadays. Let me tell you something. What happens when 15, 20 dudes of a real club pulls up on you? You're not going to do it. It's going to be very unexpected. They're going to run up on you, and you ain't going to have a chance to grab whatever it is you thought you were going to grab. You ain't going to have a chance to swing. You ain't going to have a chance to call. You ain't going to have a chance to do nothing. These are professionals, y'all. They've been down this road before. They've ran into tough guys just like you many times. They're going to run up on you. They're going to grab your butt, and they're going to give you a good talking to if you're lucky. It completely depends on you at that point, where that situation heads. But you have no idea what you would truly do until you're in that situation. Just like you hear people all the time, the gun guys, which I'm not against guns, so don't start that BS with me. But you hear the gun guys, all about protecting themselves. If somebody broke into my house, man, I'd kill them. You think so? Do you really think that you can pull the trigger and kill somebody? Do you really think that you're mentally prepared to take a human life? And let's just say, for instance, you did. Out of straight fear for your life, you pull that trigger. Do you really think you're mentally and emotionally prepared to deal with the aftermath of afterwards? Probably not. Only the strong survive in this world, man. It ain't always easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You feel me? So, for all you guys that want to talk about that BS, it's a free country, I'll do whatever I want, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Well, just always keep in mind, like I said earlier in the show, you are free to do anything you want to do. Yes, you are. It is your right as an American citizen to do whatever you want. Doesn't matter if you fought for this country or not. You can do whatever you want. But keep in mind, always keep in mind, there's repercussions behind everything you do. So be willing to accept those repercussions. Be willing to deal with those repercussions. That's all I got to say on that, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Much love and respect. Keep it real and keep it 100. Peace.